Welcome to the Rip 28 podcast. This is the Rip 28 podcast. It's a podcast where a few friends get together and we talk about a few things. Now, some of those things you might like, some of those things you might not like, but we keep on talking about them on the Rip 28 podcast. I am your humble and super sexy host, Slider Sports Guy, joined by a few of my good friends. We don't have the president, but we're going to start off with somebody who ain't been here in forever. We're going to start off with the original Dr. J. What's going on, Dr. J?
Hey, what's going on, people? Happy to be in the house one time again. I've been out building my time machine, so I ain't have time to be on the podcast, but I'm back making a little cameo right now. But hopefully I'll be able to be on a little bit more.
I hear you, man. Good to have Dr. J back in the house, man. Good to have you back in the house. We're going to start off, we're going to go to the other side. Another one who ain't been here in a long time. Another one who ain't been here in a long time. Our favorite devastated diva of Delta Hood. What's going on, Miss Cobb? How you doing?
What's up, fellas? It's that in the building.
Glad to have you. And here we got always my partner in crime, the educator's educator. What's going on, LBZ?
What it do, man? It's the educator's educator one more time. Also known as what, Shauna? Beezy the GOAT. Beezy the GOAT. Your favorite
Mr.
coach,
Coming
coach. Mr. Coming Home. Show the people. Tell the people about Mr. Coming Home, Cobb.
Mr. Coming Home. There you go. Check this out, man. Damn, there he went.
But there you go. I'm home, baby.
We'll figure out his camera situation. All right. Man, a lot going on out in the world today. We're gonna jump straight into this thing, man. We got people. We want to make sure we get all this stuff going on, man. And I think one of the big things out there is how many of y'all use Zelle or Cash App, but more importantly, Zelle this time?
I have before.
Yep.
Just sent some Venmo yesterday.
I pay a lot of my people by using Zelle or by using Cash App, man. But,
so Zelle is directly with banks, though, right? For the most part.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I used it before. I use Cash App more often. It's just app.
I thought you were gonna say you invented something else that you.
He ain't invent no bigger T-shirts. I can tell you that.
That man worked out. Let him be great.
I know,
man. It's a regular T-shirt.
It's regular, but not regular size.
He in his daughter's room, so he just grabbed a T-shirt.
He grabbed his daughter's shirt.
Hey JK, I ain't gonna Joan on you. I'm just messing with you because it's your first time back in a while. But I know you came a long way from that baggy jersey me and you used to wear when we was in high school, hanging off of us. So I like that, big dog.
Oh well, we talking about Zelle. We talking about everything that's going on with Zelle, partially because of famous rapper, entrepreneur, radio host, reality
and
TV
auntie.
star.
And auntie.
And bad auntie. Young Jock was recently in the
Flash Uber driver.
Wow, man, wow. He actually owned that app though. That was something, an app he was testing out.
Oh man.
But anyway, Young Jock recently sent somebody $1,800 on Zelle. I don't know, he was paying a bill or paying somebody or loaning somebody something, but he sent it to the wrong person. And once he sent it to the wrong person, he tried to get his money back. He realized he went to the wrong person, and he asked Zelle for a refund. They said they couldn't do nothing for him. He kind of put the person on blast. He said he called the number, and they pretended like they ain't hear from him, and then he tried texting again. And they ended up blocking him. So Young Jock was shit out of the money. He went and took his thing like most people. You're gonna take your problems to Instagram and Twitter. And he went and posted it, the text convo he had with the person and the messages he sent to the person, and left their number on the screen. Now, question is, who at fault? The person who got the money, or is Young Jock at fault? Or is it Zelle fault? Who fault is it, man? Who you feel bad for? Anybody?
Well, I'm just gonna say this. Anytime I've ever sent money to a number that's not in my phone, Zelle is like, "Are you sure that you are sending money to this person? Do you want to send money to?" They ask you a couple of times, I believe, whether or not you are sending money to the right person. They give you several times to walk back this transfer. Just saying.
Yep, you're getting all the time, and I agree with you, man. You get a bunch of times because if you send money to somebody you never sent money to, it's three. They ask you 3 different times. They ask you 3 different times. Are you sure? Are you sure? Are you sure? And then that last one, you hit send on the last one. So
they even tell you that scammers are using Zelle. So watch out for scammers.
So what was this purchase for? Did you say that?
No, we don't know.
He never
it was
said.
for $1,800.
Yeah,
you send it through Zelle.
Yeah, so he was paying somebody, trying to get it right in that bank account. So I'm thinking a massage therapist, a masseuse, something he was doing. He was trying to make sure he paid.
He ain't play for Clemson.
Get that money there so much so
I knew it was coming
to the wrong person.
He did not play for Clemson, LeBron. Come on now. He ain't play for Clemson.
No, that's not what. Come on, Jawan.
Well, we also know that because he's got no championships.
Well, first of all,
he got a badass person.
So let's stick to the story in his Zelle. Don't do this, Sylvester. You don't want to do this tonight. I promise you.
The University of South Carolina Gamecocks, we have 2 championships.
In women's basketball, you absolutely do. Good for them.
Thank you.
Good for them. Y'all are a women's basketball school.
You're damn real. Hey, check this out. And I do not take offense to that.
You shouldn't.
I do not take offense. I am proud.
You should be. That's the best thing going on that campus. Let's go. What's next? We talking about Zelle. Zelle.
But check this though, man. Okay, let's get back to it. But sending money through these money sharing things, it's a blessing. I'm not gonna lie, man. It's a blessing to be able that technologies came this far and you can do stuff like that. People ask you for money, and if you want to, you can give. If you don't fuck with them, it might be a headache. But I send money through Zelle and I get paid.
Would you send money back if somebody sent it to you? If somebody sent you $1,800, would you send it back to them? My God is a good God. The Lord blesses me in a variety of ways.
In a multitude of ways.
Yes, so why would my Lord choose to send me $1,600 and expect me to send it back? My Jesus wouldn't do that to me.
Hey, Carl, we ain't blessing blocking over here. We don't blessing block. We do not bless. I want all mine. Every blessing that the Lord intended for me, I want it all. Rain down.
ain't nothing good gonna happen to y'all giving these people money, just so y'all know.
But hey, I didn't ask Young Jock to send me nothing. I ain't run no scam. I ain't have no GoFundMe. I didn't do none of that. This thing just happened up here from Young Jock. I thought I won something on the radio. And somebody kept calling me from a number talking about Young Jock. I thought they were scamming, so I blocked them.
Hey, tell Jock it's going down.
Yeah, but would y'all really expect somebody to send something back though? Like if I mistakenly sent somebody $1,800, I know I'm not getting that money back. So why am I even gonna text the dude?
No, and then but
you mad at yourself?
But he opened himself up for a lawsuit because you put the people number out there. You got people called. That's harassment. You can't do that to people.
Well, technically,
now he stands to lose more than that 1,800, and it's going down.
Well, here go the thing though. He can't. If the people do sue, if the people bring up a lawsuit, then he can bring up a lawsuit back to them too, because he'll actually know who the person is if they try to sue him. Because
what are they suing them for?
For still,
he gave
still
him
theft.
1,800.
That's theft. It still is theft. And I'm gonna tell you why it's theft. This happened in Louisiana. The bank
the same law. It's the same law in Atlanta.
Well, it's a federal law because
federal law. Okay,
you sent money through a federally insured bank.
Okay.
So basically, in Louisiana, a lady had one of them Monopoly, the little Monopoly card, the chance card, bank error in your favor. Well, it was a
Yeah.
bank error in a lady favor, and she got like $20,000 or something, maybe even more, maybe $50,000. And she got that money. She saw that shit in the account, and she took it all out.
But I feel like a bank error though is different than a Zelle transfer.
Yeah, that's
you're talking about a bank that's controlled under FDIC. So like they've got fiduciary responsibilities to be for people's money. Like that's a little different than transfer.
I love the people I hang around. Boy, they so educated. They make me look. You want to do a good job with me and Sly.
Them big words.
You got two idiots. Then you got two scholars. That girl said fiduciary. That woman said fiduciary.
She out here using SAT words.
That ain't even SAT, man. That you learn that at Clemson, or you don't learn that at USC. Well, I took classes down there. You don't learn that down there.
Oh, now you know that's Mary Stover right there.
That's what I'm talking about. But go ahead and finish your fiduciary thought.
I'm done. I'm done.
Jawan, you pick it up, Jawan, because you the only one could understand what she was saying. Sly laughed, but he ain't really know.
By the FDIC?
Hey, Jawan, he laughed out of confusion.
But I really think though it is a bank transaction though, and it's just
man.
Now
they charge based off of, like, if somebody stole your card number or something like that, then that's covered in that insurance. But he sent money to somebody, so that's not going to be covered because he made the transaction happen. That somebody didn't steal his account information.
Right, and it's a person-to-person transaction that he again did, and it asked you 3 times if you want to do this, versus a bank, which again has fiduciary responsibility for people's funds, and it's their responsibility to make sure they aren't mismanaging those funds. So if they accidentally put money, that's a mismanagement. And I feel like they're covered under 2 different arms of the law here. Like I think that's apples and oranges. I think
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, because they didn't defraud him in any way. They asked him. I know I use Zelle pretty often, and it asks you, and I get mad like, God, dog, I'm sure this was who I want. So I mean, I don't know. I don't know if he was just in a rush, or was he startled by someone walking in the room while he was sending and made a mistake, or what? But that mistake was made, and I really don't feel they have an obligation to send that money back. But I think morally, I'm making jokes, but morally, I would probably send it back.
He could.
Ain't no way I'm keeping that money.
Yeah, because you ain't nothing, like you say, Shauna,
ain't nothing good gonna happen.
Yeah, and I don't want to pass that on to my son.
But my mortgage is good. That would have happened.
Hey,
my mortgage would have happened. Thanks to
at least for a month or two. Or whatever you're saying.
You know
I'm good.
Man, you was talking about he was being distracted, LeBron. I mean, I don't know about distraction, man. Unless he might have been under the hair dryer getting that cough right, but
getting that what right?
Coif.
Oh man. Oh, Sly. Look at Jawan and Shauna pronounce the words, man. You just heard. What is it, Shauna?
I said it right.
You said queef? What you saying?
Well, at first, I think he said cough. That cough right.
He got that.
That was your speaker was acting up.
Oh man.
Your speaker
whatever it was he tried to say, I knew that wasn't it.
Shout out to Penelope. Penelope say, I'm sending it back. If it's not for me, karma is real.
Penelope lie. I knew Penelope her whole life. all her people would have kept that.
Her whole family. All of them would have kept it.
All her people would have kept that money and would have been mad at her. She sent it back. Stop that line on national syndicated podcast.
You know what I'm saying? International, bro. International.
Wait,
excuse me. Let them know, Sly.
International. Internationally, no.
Syndicated.
Shauna, you wasn't paying attention to last week's show, but
I was not. My fault.
We picked up 5 viewers in Zimbabwe.
That's good.
Zimbabwe.
You can't even spell Zimbabwe.
Your hair can.
Hey, let's get back to young Jock and his $1,800.
Shout out to Tito out there watching. Shout out, big bro. Tito
all caps. Tito talking all caps.
All the time.
All the time.
All the time.
All caps.
I know
everything he says is important. He even through tape, he tell you, you better get up there and get that money back. My favorite middleman. My cousin Tito Helper.
Say I don't even acknowledge Carl Malone. Tito the only mailman I know.
The only mailman I know.
The only
mailman I know.
The only. But yeah, man. I don't know, man. What are we doing? What you say you would do with the money?
You know it's going back.
Me being my age now, got a job, doing well. I'll send the money back. So like if I was in college struggling,
so me and
that money had been so gone.
Me and LeBron, according to your logic, me and LeBron, we unemployed.
Brokies.
According to your logic.
Brokies.
I'm telling you, me, why would say that?
Man. I take exception to what you said. Because me being a little bit educated, that's a backhanded way for a friend to say you a brokey.
Yeah.
He said them brokies.
You trying to call me a brokey? I'm out here educating you kids and trying to get them scholarships, and I'm a brokey. Oh man, Jawan, you know what?
That's what I would do. That's my reasoning for what I would do.
You are not invited to Thanksgiving dinner at my mama's house. You can't come by.
Oh, man,
Sly, come on, Sly. That ain't right, Sly.
So we split on this one right here. The podcast is officially split on this one. That's why we need El Presidente. Well, we already know his answer.
He definitely keeping the money.
He keeping the money.
He definitely keeping the money.
He
ain't no brokey. He ain't no brokey, but he definitely keeping that money.
He got
so man, Sly the only brokies on the podcast.
No, I'm not saying Juwan called y'all brokies. I did.
I was talking about himself. I didn't put your name in my mouth.
Bruh. But yeah.
Boy, that's all right. When me and Sly go and sign Wallow and Gilly deal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we get one of them on the table. We gonna know who to call.
We know who down with us now, Sly.
Mm-hmm.
That's all right.
We know, man. Want to call us brokies, but check this out. You know the funny thing, talking about brokies. Let's see if I can pull this thing up, man. We got a, you know how we like to find stuff that's going on the internet that people out there talking about, and this one is circulating. This one is circulating right here. And circulating hard. I guess National Black Guide is who we got this from, but it's a text message, a text chain. And it starts off, hey, can you send me $250 for the babysitter tonight? And then he says, hey, and is that a bacon emoji? I look like bacon.
I think he's scratching out the name right there.
Oh, okay, my bad. I thought that was a bacon. Damn, I'm hungry.
Hey, y'all about to say you can tell who ain't ate today.
Greedy.
Not only are you a brokey,
I mean,
greedy brokey.
I mean that may be bacon, but he's hiding the name.
Okay. Well, it says, hey, you want me to pay for your babysitter and the date? And then she says, you're the man, right? I'm a single mother of 3, and this is a part of dating me. This is a part of the dating me. Wow! Exclamation point. This is not in my budget. I had a real nice evening planned for us, and I can't add $250 to the evening. I'm sorry. Wow. ... Enjoy the evening by yourself. Tired of dating broke men.
God, dog, brokies all over the place on cars.
Airwell.
Is that
can't deal with us brokies? Going on about your business.
Is that a
bye, Carisha?
Is this life out here?
$250 for a babysitter? Like, what are they living?
The babysitter spending the night? Now, I don't have children, What's the going rate for babysitters?
Even if they are spending the night,
I don't use them.
Yeah, I don't use them.
I'm a
going rate probably like $25 an hour.
Take yours to your mama house.
No, I take mine with. Hey, John, I take mine with me. I'm a broken.
But yeah, that Jawan, you got 3 kids, and you know, my kid too old to be talking about a babysitter, so he stays at home by himself.
The rate here, where I'm at, it's probably like $25 an hour.
Tito say too.
But sometimes it depends on how many kids too. So, but I don't know if they spending the night. Still, you're gonna be sleeping. I'm not paying you $250 to keep my kids, unless they bad. They really bad.
I don't give a damn how bad they is. She don't have to find out.
How long you keep? How long is this day? First off, if we talking about the going rate is $25 an hour, where you going? What you doing for 10 hours?
I don't know. I think I have an issue with this woman expecting this man to pay for her baby when clearly this may be a first date or they're early on in the dating phase.
Well, she's calling them bacon, so we don't know.
Well, no, fool. Like it seems as if this is early in their dating situation. So I don't know. I got an issue with her expecting this man to pay for her to have a babysitter, and they just. It appears as if they just started dating.
Hey,
she probably should have phrased it a little bit differently. She shouldn't have asked him to pay for it. She just should have probably said, "Hey, look, I really don't have money to pay for a babysitter, so can we do something different than if he offered?" Yeah,
but she's kind of a brokey too, though.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, my thing.
Where's the baby? Where's the child's father? That's what I would have asked. Why are you paying for a babysitter when the child has a father?
And this my thing right here. Tito brought up a good point: is have they smashed? That's a very good point.
That's huge.
Too. You know, because if I'm paying $250, well, first of all, that don't even sound right coming out my mouth. I ain't paying $250 for the date, much less just for the babysitter.
Come on now, you really a brokey,
bruh.
I'm playing.
Them $250 dates, they don't come out that you done did something real strange for some change.
Hey,
she got to earn that. She don't.
You got to earn what $250? Yeah, you got to earn that now. You don't just.
She don't walk on the scene getting a $250.
This is not inclusive of the date.
Yeah, he got to pay
$250 extra.
You know, and here's my thing. I don't know. Shauna used to say as a hat for every rack or something. My thing is some of the things she used to use, but it's my point. It's somebody for everybody out there. It's somebody for everybody, and a lot of people get mad and get offended when they read posts like this, and they be like, "Oh man, she got to be crazy. These women crazy. These women." And see, I don't take that same thought process. And then some women say, "Oh, all these men broke, all these men." I don't think that same process. I think if this woman desires a man to pay for her babysitter as long as the date, well, she needs to put that up front. And if her date can't do that, then just cross him off the list. If you're
he ain't the one for you.
He ain't the one for you. Ain't no need to call him a broke man or whatever. Now, if a man says, "Hey, I'm not paying for no babysitters to go out on a date," well, don't go and talk to women who need babysitters. And that way you'll just you don't have to worry about that problem. You don't have to worry about that issue. You can just move on. And I think people get into a tizzy and then they start to attack. They start to use all women or start to use all men. And that's my problem. No, it ain't all women. It's just that one particular person that you tried to hook up with. So,
and I wonder if somebody actually paid for her
hell no
kids before reason she
no.
expected. Hey, some sucker could have did that. You know
why you gotta be a sucker? You gotta be a sucker.
Shauna, okay, check this out. Why you gotta be a sucker? Shauna, what if one of your close, if you found out that I was paying $250 to go out on, to give her a babysitter to go out on a date, what would you call me?
sucker.
So thank you. Thank you.
A milk dud looking sucker.
A milk dud looking sucker. You know what
Hey
I'm
man, but
Ugly
that's
sucker.
a cockeyed sucker.
saying? No.
A fish-eyed fool, anything. But that's crazy, man. I mean, I know we joking about the brokey thing, but even though, I just can't. I can't even formulate my mouth to say that's okay.
Yeah, it ain't no
Because
way.
I wouldn't expect that in return if I had to get a babysitter for my son and she would say, okay, babe, we about to go out on a date, my treat. Okay, well, to take me out on this date, you need to pay this $250 for my son to stay with the babysitter. Guess what she gonna say? Bye, brokey.
Bye. She gonna say bye.
Where
But
that cow mama
not
at?
only
Where
that,
that cow mama at? That's,
once
you
you
know what
start
I'm saying?
doing that, once you start doing that, you're gonna always have to do that. You setting that precedence right there.
And
Oh
now you
yeah.
Why
saying
do you
it's
even start that?
acceptable. Now you saying it's acceptable. Yeah, I agree with you, Jawan.
That could be very
Don't
expensive
start
dating
something
her.
you ain't gonna be able to finish.
I need cheap bros who understand.
Slot need the ones in the struggle.
In the struggle. Boy,
Cause everything I do look like a blessing.
look like a blessing. Like,
Boy,
oh,
you stupid.
that man, Slot let me get cheese on my Whopper. Hey, baby,
Look at
you
this.
can have it.
Now see, Shauna, now
You can have
tell
it.
her what
Look at your
category he in, Shauna. Shauna, what category is he in now? He really put himself in what?
Hey,
The brokey category.
I'm frugal. I'm frugal.
I knew that well. Conversation, LeBron.
But I am, hey, Slide, I ain't far behind you. I am gonna let her get that 2 for $20. We gonna have it though. So it's gonna look like she got 2 meals, 2 entrees.
Hey man,
Come on,
I'm
Shauna.
glad you said
Come
that,
on,
man.
Shauna. That's being a brokey.
Bruh, hold 1 second.
Come on,
Man.
Shauna.
Hold 1 second on that,
Okay.
bro. And I'm glad you said that because you're in a lot of Facebook groups. I'm in a lot of Facebook groups and I see stuff and women out there talking like Applebee's is a bad date. Taking a woman to Applebee's is I don't get that one. That's new for me. Now
It ain't new. It ain't new for me.
truthfully,
I
I
don't
hadn't
mess with
been
Applebee's.
to Applebee's in a while because I don't like Applebee's.
Me neither.
But why is that a bad date?
There was a post that I just saw today that talked about how social media has turned people off of Olive Garden, Applebee's, and Red Lobster. And they blame that on social media. I don't necessarily blame it on social media, but I'm not going on a date with anyone to Applebee's.
Why?
I typically don't eat at chain restaurants.
I forget Shauna rich. Sometimes
What?
cause Shauna my people, I forget how rich Shauna is.
RPP.
Rich people problems.
No, that's just a preference.
Oh, let me tag. I gotta tag this moment right here because I gotta put that the editor.
So when you say chain restaurants, like any of these chains, like Ruth Chris, you wouldn't eat there, like that would be considered a chain because it's not as many.
It is. I don't eat steak, so Ruth Chris ain't really gonna do it for me. But like,
they got other stuff.
Okay.
God, dog, boy. They hard out here.
For all our
brokey.
listeners out here, Shauna is single. So if you can,
boy, do not.
If you can't afford her, she is out there.
Hey, and that's without a child. So you don't gotta pay the $250.
Yeah, you ain't got to pay.
Your date just can't be $250. Your date gotta be $350 and above for Miss Cobb.
Ron, I'm not asking anyone to take me anywhere. I'm saying I do not eat at chain restaurants. So if somebody is going to take me on a date, to Sly's point about there's someone for everyone, they just got to know that we're not going to Red Lobster.
What if it's the
first
all
date? I'm telling you is, before all these people get to talking, I can afford to go more than Red Lobster or that. Now it might be somebody trying to court me now, and I ain't no real brokey, y'all. That's just jokes for the podcast. Let's put that out there.
I got a question.
Somebody run up on me thinking
this no chain restaurant is like let's say somebody been dating you bro. and they've been taking you to nice places. And then maybe it's like a Sunday after church. They just want to go to Red Lobster because maybe I like Red Lobster.
She don't want them cheddar biscuits. She don't want them damn cheddar biscuits.
I'm traveling, like if I'm on a road trip and it's like, oh, I tell you where I'm gonna eat at a Waffle House every time I come home because Waffle House is just Waffle House. But like if we're traveling and there's, we're on the open road and there's nowhere to go but Chipotle, we'll go to Chipotle. But again, Jawan, if you like Red Lobster, you can like Red Lobster without me going with you.
Wow.
Bring me
back. Wow, that's a relationship is about giving and taking.
I'm going to take myself. So what? Take yourself to Red Lobster.
Once again, for our listeners out there, our watchers out there, Shauna is single. Shauna is single and she's ready to mingle. She just won't mingle in an Applebee's.
Go for pregame drinks at Applebee's. That's cool.
No, you ain't coming back from that. Nope, ain't no coming back. We don't want you in our Applebee's. That don't let me see you.
Stay out of my
neighborhood friendly Applebee's.
No, when he want to go, but I'm never choosing to go. Oh yeah, let's go to Applebee's. No.
Damn.
Well, when you come back to Columbia and we go for drinks, I'll make sure we don't go to Applebee's enough. We'll go to Roof Chris for our drinks or something.
I don't think she can go to Applebee's for drinks because the drink's not going to taste the same as the
I'm just saying. To go to Roof Chris.
They're going to have some bartenders who don't know what they're doing over there.
Juwan, you go to Applebee's, that's where you ask for a liquor and a mixer. Give me a vodka. You don't go to Applebee's and say, can I get a French 75?
What about Papados?
Oh, I'm a killer Papados.
That's a chain restaurant.
It is. Thank you. You went to college, didn't you? I know.
You said you don't eat it.
Tripping. Well, actually, I think I said I typically don't. I think that's what I said.
Yeah, you did. Well, we're going to replay it. I'm going to go under the hood and see. Hold on.
You do that. Go under the
Look at here. Oh, God.
But Papados is one of those spots where when I'm in the city that's got one, I'm going to get me some stuffed shrimp and a dirty. If you never had the dirty, it's off menu, but it's a drink, one of their frozen drinks. It's legit.
After further review, the ruling on the field stands. She did say, I typically don't.
I don't know.
The ruling on the field stands.
Nah, we're going to have to call New York again on that one.
Oh, no.
Tell them to check it. But yeah, Papados, yeah.
I guess she's saying, she typically don't. I get you, Shauna. Because there's certain places, I don't have, quite the exquisite taste as you and, some of your people. But
I keep forgetting Shauna Rich.
I know, RPP, rich people problems. What you eat now?
Tito said,
what is that stuff with?
Tito said Ruby Tuesday. Hey, if Applebee, Ruby Tuesday ain't gonna make the cut, Tito. They talk about Shauna got a Church's chicken box in the fridge. And
do.
How about she don't go to
Carisha, please.
Tito, I've not eaten chicken since 2015.
Well, where the fuck can a dude take you to eat? You don't eat steak? You don't eat chicken?
Potty mouth.
Nah, you frustrated.
Hey, she eats salmon.
No, she eats salmon.
See, you remember that?
You better not take her to get no salmon. She's definitely going on a date with your ass. You say salmon. You almost cut Jawan head though, and he got a PhD. Well, I remember that. That might have been your last show, Jawan. Jawan ain't been back since he said salmon.
I just said that man got a PhD. I don't need him out here looking bad like that.
Talking about where he went to high school, Columbia High. No, everybody don't say salmon.
Hey, look, that's what my parents said it covered up. That's what I said. I still say salmon. That's what I'm used to saying.
Hey, Jawan said he just a chip off the old block, man. He want us a wild caught salmon. No, he won't.
but that's
so you don't eat chicken, you don't eat beef. Yeah, what kind of meat do you eat? Just fish?
Yep, pescatarian lifestyle.
How long you been pescatarian?
Since 2012.
2015?
Oh.
Interesting.
Man, whatever, man. God put these little pointy teeth in the back of my mouth for a reason. That's to tear in the shit.
Yeah, don't tell us what you use those for.
First of all, your pointy teeth should not be in the back of your mouth.
Side of my mouth. You know what I'm talking about.
He gotta put his teeth way back there too.
In the side of my mouth. In the side
of my mouth. Oh, Slide. That's all right, man.
Okay,
it's salmon. Tito says salmon. That's right.
Salmon.
Hey, what you cooking, Grandma? Some salmon croquettes.
So listen, you gonna talk about Kanye's breakdown or not?
You know what, man?
Man, don't get that dude none of our free.
Man, we done been in the show for about 30 minutes, man. So I can cuss without YouTube saying something. So my statement is, man, fuck Kanye.
Okay.
Man, fuck Kanye, man. Kanye, and then one of the things is what Charlemagne the God says. He says it a lot. He says Kanye is conveniently black when spell pescatarian.
Spells pescatarian.
But yeah, Kanye is conveniently black, man. Kanye black when it help
convenient.
Out. Yeah.
Well, Charlemagne also says that he seeks white validation.
Yes, and that is so true.
I think that is an accurate statement.
That's very accurate.
That's very
accurate. From the women he chooses to everything he does is for white validation.
And you know, it was so funny,
that's
man.
Why I ain't buying no Yeezys.
If you
don't bring me no Yeezys.
You look at early Kanye, man. You know, college dropout, late registration. Kanye was all black, pro-black, you know, whatever, you know. But then he went and hooked up with his first white chick, Amber Rose, and
man, you know what happened to Kanye, man. You know what happened to Kanye, and let's keep it real. When his mama died, man, he went off the rails, man.
Yeah.
When his mom passed, that's not giving him, you know, reasoning and the things he should do. He should take his medication if that's what's needed to regulate his mind. But you know, when he lost his mom, I'm being serious. When he lost his mom, that was it, man. That's when all the weirdness went on.
Tito,
in my opinion.
Tito say, so y'all gonna stop listening to his music? Nope. he in that R. Kelly boat for me. He in that R. Kelly boat. You know, my thing is I don't mess with R. Kelly. I don't if R. Kelly put out an album, I'm not gonna buy it. I ain't gonna buy nothing.
But what you grew up on, you still pumping.
I still got to pump it, man.
I feel you.
He can fly.
Yeah, dog.
What you say, Carl? I know you might have a different of opinion. You still pumping R. Kelly? Or you he out of there?
No, whenever he come on, I just skip to the next song.
Oh, you a lie. Oh, but the thing is with R. Kelly though, here's the issue with R. Kelly. He has written and produced so much stuff you don't know. You can't cancel him. It's impossible to cancel R.
Consciously
Kelly.
She is. If she knows R. Kelly written or produced or sang, she ain't listening to it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he wrote a lot.
Thank you. He wrote a lot. It's some good songs out there. You not going.
It's some real good songs. Boy, R. Kelly made music for everybody.
Hey,
it's hard to cancel people when you grew up on them and they, you know, you kind of come accustomed to, you know, their bodies of work.
Well, I've always been of the mindset though, like I don't begrudge Sly from whatever he wants to listen to. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't try to put just because I don't listen to him, that's me. I'm not gonna be like, oh, Sly, you support child molesters and child rapists because I'm not gonna do that. But that's what a lot of people do, right? They say, oh, I'm gonna condemn you for making the choice to do whatever you want to do. Whatever, teach their own. As for
Tito,
that's it.
Not casting your thoughts on other people. Tito got a good one. Who would beat him in the verses? Nobody.
Hey, my man,
it'd be hard.
My man,
Babyface and R. Kelly.
My man Keith Sweat said it best.
Written and produced for other people. Face is close.
Keith Sweat said it best.
But he said beat him. You think
nobody who can beat R. Kelly? Nobody. Dog, can't nobody
It'll
tell.
be hard, man. It'll be hard. It will be hard.
Because
I mean, you think about his total body of work, like you say, written, produced. Whew, that's tough.
but you can't even, because the hard thing, because what Versus is supposed to be? Versus is supposed to be your top 20 songs. They're supposed to put 20 songs and you go back to back. And then when you hit song number 10, then you reverse and the other person go first. That's what Versus is supposed to be. Problem with R. Kelly is, how can you figure out what's the top 20? How can you can't figure out what's his top 20 songs?
I know 12 play on there.
But 12, that's the album, not the cut.
No, it's a song called 12.
I know, but that's what I'm asking. I'm asking, are you talking about?
No, I'm just talking about the song. We talking about song, not album. Just a song. That's one.
In his top 20, but I wouldn't put 12 play in his top 20. It's hard, bro. It's hard.
Well, I guess that got sentimental value to me.
Yeah. Cut it up, cut it up, cut it up. Hey, the song was still playing when I was finished.
Oh yeah. It make the whole song.
I
didn't say the whole song. I got to about 6. It's a joke, Cobb.
Hey, Cobb, it ain't no joke.
But for Sly, now speak for yourself.
The best minute of my life.
Y'all claim him in 97, man.
That first time.
Y'all wrong. That's y'all people. That's not my people, man.
In the auditorium bathroom, hey.
Hey, now, hold on. I just said it has sentimental value to me now.
Look,
that is TMI.
The people want to know.
No, the people don't. Ain't nobody in these, Penelope ain't asking. Ain't nobody asking. Tito definitely ain't asking.
We could.
Nobody ask.
You know what? The fast forward and skip a section, though.
Don't do it.
No, but what I'm saying, we could do the 90s block.
That's what I know. I already know what
we could do where you lost your virginity, but Jawan would have to. He wouldn't make it in the 90s. He in the 2000s.
Come on, now see. Don't laugh at that. Do not laugh at that.
It be your own people.
Hey,
your own people.
According to Jawan's mom.
Hey, let's keep this off. That's a running joke we got between all us.
Hey, with friends like that, you don't need enemies, Jawan.
All the internet, everybody is Zimbabwe. No.
Jawan. And look at Ryan Melvin. That ain't funny, Ryan. Don't laugh at that. I expect better out of you, Ryan.
Hey, shout out to somebody I ain't hear from. Haji Jacobs is watching, man.
What's up, Hodge?
Man, shout out. We appreciate it. Okay, back to whatever we were talking about. Shout out to Ryan and
nothing. Hey, I expect better out of certain people. Hey. Now, I hold certain people in higher esteem than others. Sly, I know what I'm gonna get from that fool,
bro. I keep it real.
Jawan can't even run for darn public office no more. You putting the man out, trying to put him out there like that. Come on.
I was saying he was a good, wholesome guy.
Actually, but the selling point, Brian.
No, it's not. Mm-hmm. But then they're gonna say he ain't lived enough to tell me what's wrong. They're gonna try to, you know how people try to flip it against you, Carl. Hey, I'm his campaign manager. I do not want none of that blasphemous information out there about my guy Jawan. Cut it out.
Well, thank you, bro.
Man, check this, man. Let's jump in. We talked about craziness of Kanye, man. Now, shout out to Benedict Tigers. They undefeated. Yeah, okay, that too. But
what?
It was in the comments.
That's the HBCU.
It was in the comments. You know.
Oh my gosh! Come on, man.
Break a arm. Break a leg.
Break a leg.
Benedict.
Man, we used to sing that right by that coming from Memorial. You can break an arm, you can break a leg, but don't you Benedict.
Others.
Hey man, that's not this car. What
that's in the 90s.
You was on the bus behind us, probably saying the same thing.
No.
You and Ronnie Helper, so don't act like that. Shout out to my 90s cheerleaders, Miss Cobb, S. Dot, and Ronnie Helper.
Man. What we were talking about? Oh,
I don't know.
Well, okay.
You was about to say something, speaking of something, and then you
Well,
went off on a tangent.
Talking about immaturity. We can always talk about, straighten up Miss Brown on the podcast. We gotta get right.
Miss Brown who? Hey mama.
We gotta get right. We gotta get right.
You shut your mouth.
But speaking of mom, speaking of parents, King Harris back into the world. Local internet guy Charleston White went off on King, called King ugly. After King, but here's the thing: King first started off and said that they was gonna, him and Lil Bootsy's son, I forget Lil Bootsy's son,
Tootie
Raw.
Tootie Raw. Tootie so raw.
Well, King Harris said that if he saw Charleston White, it would be on site. It'll be on site. If he saw him, he'll take care of him. And then Charleston White, in typical Charleston White fashion, responded by calling him ugly, high yellow ugly boy, a couple of other things out there.
What he told me look like though? He told me look like something.
I forgot. Charleston White's so hilarious.
I think that was a different somebody else that said he looked like something else.
Yeah, there you go.
but
something roll.
They said that man looked like a garlic knot.
A garlic knot.
I knew you knew what I was talking about.
Oh Lordy. But anyway, so
they said that.
So Charleston goes on a live. He goes live and goes on a rant about he just called Tootie. He called Tootie Raw and King ugly, but then he really went on a rant talking about how bad of parents T.I. and Bootsy
Tiny.
And Tiny too. Mm-hmm. And then T.I. jumped in it, and T.I. was like, "You ain't gonna talk about my son," using his prison word of the day vocabulary, going about saying that to responding to Charleston White, and then of course Charleston White will not be outdone. He comes back and now he starts to talk about T.I. and Tiny kidnapping girls and drugging and raping girls. Yeah, it's highly hilarious. But the smartest man in the whole thing is Lil Boosie. Lil Boosie says, "Hey man, I ain't got no comment, man. I ain't gonna say nothing."
Yeah, you know why he said that? Because he said Lil Boosie got that young man locked up. And Boosie said, "I am not gonna fight that war with you."
Mm-hmm. So
yeah, he got that young fella locked up, they say. And he told T.I. he an informant too.
Yeah, oh man. Charleston White is the most hilarious man on the internet.
How did he come to be?
His origin story is hilarious. You gotta listen.
Popped up.
Because from what I know about Charleston White, because I've listened to a lot of his interviews, and Charleston White is a character. He says himself that's a character that he's playing. But Charleston White, as a young boy, when he was 14 years old, him and his friends were involved in a robbery where they end up killing a man. And he spent the next 7 years in juvenile. Well, he was 12 years old, I'm sorry. And he spent the next 7 years in the juvenile prison. And throughout the juvenile prison, it corrected him. He learned. He said he still spent his 20s kind of wild and crazy. But when he made it through his 20s, he had the birth of his first son, and he said he was going to change. He said he's going to change. So what he started to do, he became a community activist, and he was working repeal life sentences to juveniles, and went to law school, and he's been documented and had case study on the Supreme Court. And he is a known community activist in the Fort Worth, Dallas area. But what he was saying, he would get on YouTube Live and he would have these talks or whatever, and no one would listen to him. He had no viewers. But then he said he saw Dolomite. And he said his whole entire life, he thought Dolomite was a real pimp, a real person like that. But he saw when Eddie Murphy portrayed the character, he saw Dolomite was just a character. He said it was a guy out there pretending. So he said, well, I'm going to create my own Dolomite. And he says, why can't he do it? Because the rappers do the same thing. He said the rappers got these personas. They're out there pretending, trying to be something they ain't, and nobody get mad at them. So he has been on just countless funny rants on the internet when he's in his character. But what he does, like one of the things, he likes to put the medicine in the candy. What he does, he'll talk about, like, his thing was he was going around saying, fuck Nipsey Hussle. Nipsey Hussle is dead and I'm glad he dead. He was saying that and he was loud with it. And people was like, man, you crazy. How you gonna talk about Nipsey? How you gonna talk about Nipsey like that? But then he came back and he told a story of how he went to Nipsey Hussle's funeral. And when he was at the funeral, people were smoking weed, they was talking, having a good time. But then when Lil Wayne kid, his Lower London kid came on stage, he said that he was sad that Eramis died. And then Charles said, I put down my weed. I said, who is this Eramis they talking about? Come to find out, Eramis is Nipsey Hussle's real name. And the person Eramis was into astrology. He wanted to rebuild a community. Eramis was an educated person who read a lot. And so what he was saying, he keeps saying, fuck Nipsey Hussle, because Nipsey Hussle is a character. Nipsey Hussle has said nothing good for the Black community. Eramis is the one who does good for the Black community. So he would love to kill Nipsey Hussle so he can make Eramis live. And that's basically who Charleston White is, man. You just gotta. Huh?
I can't fuck, man. I got so much stuff going on. I'm like, I had no idea who you talking about. You didn't get this.
Yeah, he's a funny guy, man. If you want to find out some stuff about him, I'll go and YouTube his name and look him up on YouTube. I would say two of his best interviews where he breaks down who the character is the 85 South show and it's a podcast called Big Facts Podcast. Now, here's the thing. After this whole King situation, all of those people are friends with T.I., so they decided to take down the podcast that he was on. So, you can't find the two podcasts that really break down who he is. They took it off the air. And to kind of to send this all back around to where we started, T.I. came out and T.I. was defending his son. Now, some people says, hey, this is a great thing, a dad defending his son. Some people say, hey, T.I., you just told us last week or last month that your son was out of control and you can't tell him nothing. So stop coming to him. Stop coming to him with issues with your son. So my thing is, which is it, T.I.? Which way are you going to go with it? You don't want people to talk to you about your son, or nobody can't talk about your son. And his son ain't a kid no more. His son a high school graduate. He 18, 19 years old. 19 years old. He young, but he ain't a kid.
Which means if you punch him in his mouth, it's just two grown people fighting.
Exactly.
No, but sometimes that's what the kids need. I mean, like you said, man, this kid has been privileged his whole life.
His whole life.
Yeah, you go out here and get.
If you see him on Instagram talking like he's from the street.
Yeah, hey, you out there looking like a garlic knot. An uncooked garlic knot, and you acting like you tough, man.
And it's crazy. They just said in the comments, the other kids ain't acting up. It's just him. He want to be tough. Yeah, T.I. and Tiny got like 10 kids or something. They got a lot of kids.
There's a bunch of them. Shauna, Ramani.
Ain't none of them though.
King Messiah.
We need to get Tito up on the podcast.
Yeah, man. Tito know he got an open invitation whenever he want to come on.
Yeah, we need to do it expeditiously though.
Yeah. But yeah, so it's
Hey, you been using all your words. I'm gonna use one too, expeditiously.
But yeah, so I guess it's Charleston White and T.I. going back and forth, man. So I don't know. I think maybe the kid just might need his ass kicked.
Sometimes that's that candy wrapped in that medicine. Like you was talking about. And Shauna was like, I ain't never heard that one.
I said put the medicine in the candy.
Yeah.
It kind of like creeperish to me. And
she thought Bill Cosby when you said that.
I thought they used to get kids at Halloween by putting stuff in candy.
No, that's what
yellow pudding pop.
That's what you do when your kid when you gotta give your kid some medicine and he don't want the medicine, he don't want to take the medicine. You gotta.
Yeah, we get what you're saying, Sly.
Yeah, Shauna.
It's like mixing your drink.
The thing is, Shauna rich. Shauna would just say, "Well, I would have my maid, I would have my manservant pry open my kid's mouth while my other maid drops the medicine in." That's what Shauna would do.
Look, this is the 90s block.
90s block. Thank you for that excellent transition, Shauna.
She's been on it all night.
Man, well, let's jump into the 90s block. You know what time of year it is right now? What time of year it is?
Hold on, Sly. Tito in the comments say, whatever happened to Rev Run's son that had the light-skinned mouth?
Oh, that
JoJo, ain't he talking about JoJo?
He's talking about Rusty.
He
talking about Lil Rusty.
Yeah, Lil Rusty.
I forgot about Lil Rusty.
He made me just lick my lips, man. Make sure I wasn't chat right now.
Hey, let me go off air, man. Let me get my mouth right. Make sure I ain't got the Ashley Larry's, man.
Come on, man. Let's pull this thing together. Pull it together.
Man, we trying. You can't pull them together. You smile too hard in your lips. Crack. You gonna bust them open. Be bleeding on air.
Check it out. We both be on the 90s block, man. It's this time of year, man. It's homecoming time. It's homecoming time. A lot of colleges having their homecomings and stuff, man. So check this out. We're gonna go back to homecoming. What was that jam for you? Or what was that homecoming event for you in the 90s? Since we was all in college in the 90s. What was the homecoming event for you? We start with you, Carl.
I'll start a party at the Skybox in Clemson, South Carolina.
The Skybox. Hot as a mug.
Little wood floors.
Did that thing fall out at some point?
I feel like it was.
It did. I think it did. Like there was, the floor fell in.
The Skybox. And they play Scrub the Ground, and you in there or Star, Uncle Luke.
Yeah. All right now.
Parties in the Sky.
What about you, Jawan? You was at Clemson too. Well, you was studying though.
Yeah, I went out there like that. I was in my.
That's right, Jawan. That's what us studious guys do.
Us.
Jawan,
come on, man.
Jawan was with the earthy chicks. I know one of them earthy chicks at Clemson.
What is he talking about?
Oh, I know one.
Hey.
Hey, yeah.
Juwan, don't you answer those questions. Hey, Sly, what was yours, Sly? What was yours, Sly?
Use crystals for deodorant.
Sly, what was yours?
Well, for me, man, going to EKU, man, homecoming wasn't a really big thing for us, man. White folk would have parties and stuff like that. But what we would try to do, I ain't gonna lie to you, man, we would try to hope that we had a home game the same night Kentucky State had their homecoming. And so after our game, we'd drive up to Frankfurt. We'd take that hour ride up to Frankfurt. So yeah, man, that way we had all our fun, man. They look at Kentucky State stuff, man. Homecoming was just, unless you were going to a white frat party, I ain't, wasn't nothing going on for us at EKU for homecoming. It wasn't geared to the colored folk.
The colors. Man, I'm kind of like Sly. I went to North Greenville. I'm in the Bible Belt, Bible thumpers. You know, we had prayer group and sang hymns and all that. But being close to Clemson, I would go up to Clemson and and party in the skybox. I've been in the skybox in Tiger Town and all that too. And I also went to state, and my favorite one was the Panty Raid.
Oh, okay. We had somebody talk about that a couple of months ago. Somebody was in the comment. I remember somebody because it caught me off guard when they said the Panty Raid.
The Panty Raid. And I was at USC Aiken at the time, so I wasn't even probably supposed to be there.
Okay.
Nobody's supposed to be here.
Hey, but you know what? The people been patiently waiting on this, and it's funny we talk about homecoming. The people have been waiting all episode. They wanted to know why was Sly a bad bitch. They've been waiting all episode for this.
Who asked?
The people. They've been asking. The people.
First though,
they've been hitting the inbox. They've been hitting the inbox. They want to know. They want to know.
It was a couple people that knew, and that was it. Nobody asked, but
they want to know why.
Everybody is here.
No, they read the title of the podcast was "Why Is Sly a Bad Bitch?" And so the people been wanting to know. Well,
so you set it up, okay?
Check this out. So what ended up happening to me this weekend? I had to do. I was the color analyst for Morehouse's homecoming game. Morehouse, their annual homecoming, they call it our Spell House because it's a homecoming of Morehouse and Spelman combined. So what ended up happening, I was having problems with my truck. So I went to my girl and I got her car. Now she drives a new Infiniti X60. It's like it's a two-door sports car. It's all black with the black leather interior, the sunroof, the moon roof and all of that up there. You know, shut up, Shauna. With the moon, with the moon roof, all that up there. You know,
I concur.
The tinted windows, and it was, extra clean. Q60. It's a Q60. So go and look that up, see what that is. With the loud pipe sports car, look good. So
rich people.
Huh?
Rich.
Oh yeah. That's rich people problem. Yeah, that called rich people problems. I noticed it said it wasn't mine. But so I head up to Morehouse. I head to Morehouse to get to the game. And as I'm pulling up beside the stadium, I'm passing everybody because I'm media and all, so I can pass everybody and I get on into the stadium. And as I pull up in the stadium, I hop out the car. The sun's shining, it's 70-degree day, looking good. I hop out the car. I got my suit on, and I put my jacket on. As I put my jacket on, a lady walked by, Morehouse, Spelman alumni.
Morehouse.
She probably in her mid-30s. Her and her girlfriend's probably in their mid-30s. So they walked by and she said, "Oh, I see you." And I was like, all right. Her friend was like, "I see you, Chocolate. I see you over there, Chocolate." And I'm like, yeah, you right. So I'm putting my jacket on, trying to straighten up or whatever. Two young Spelman Knights walk over to me. They walk over to me, say, hold on, let me get you. They straighten out my tie, straighten my jacket, and brush me down. You know what I'm saying? Brush me down, say, now you ready for it. I say, thank you. Say, oh, look at you, looking sharp. I'm walking to the stadium feeling good. It's about 50,000-60,000 people out there at Spell House. But I'm walking through with my suit on, looking clean. A lady and her husband walked by, and the lady was like, "Oh, see that suit like that? I need to get you something like that." And the dude was like, "Yeah, man, I like that color scheme you had on, man. That's sharp right there. That's sharp." I said, "Yeah, I know. I appreciate it." So I walk up, and as I'm doing the broadcast, I got people over there pointing, saying, "Oh, nice suit. You look clean." Dog, I felt like a bad bitch yesterday, dog. I did. I felt like a baddie. Out there. They was choosing. That's my homecoming story. They was choosing.
How fitting.
Your boy felt like a baddie. Oh well.
I'll feel him.
I'm glad they could get why.
Say what now?
I'm glad they could gas you up. Everybody needs it once in a while.
Everybody need that day I had yesterday. You need one of them. You need one of them.
Gassed up. I ain't mad.
There you go. Well, check this, man. We getting close to the end. You right, Tito. They were choosing. We
This game, choose or be chosen.
There it is. We getting close to the end, man. Hey, Dr. J, you got any parting shots, man? You got any parting shots before we get out of here?
Good question. I ain't did this in a while.
What, did you come on the show knowing anything?
I forgot we closing shots. Yeah.
His daughter's shirt done cut off his circulation, man.
Hey, if you're dating somebody, don't pay for babysitter for their kids. Just don't do it, because you're starting something that you're gonna have to continue. And no need to start off on the wrong foot these days. So,
There you go. Kyle, what you got to say before you get out of here, Kyle?
Same thing I say every time. Love on your people.
Love on your people.
Love on your people, man. Like, check in on your friends, your loved ones. Make sure they're good. Make sure they're in good mental headspaces. It's so important. Life is short. Just love on your people, man.
Love on your people.
LBZ, your favorite coach's favorite coach. What you got to say before you get out of here?
Man, I'm just going to say to all the young people out there doing well, we see you. I know you might not get the limelight as much as you should or you deserve, but we do see you. Shout out to the Brooklyn Casey Bearcat football team as we go for the region championship, trying to stay undefeated. And, man, we're going to try to get this dub. Let's go.
All right, man. This has been another great episode of the RIP 28 podcast. This is a podcast where a few friends get together and we talk about a few things. Now, some of those things you might not like, some of those things you might like, but we're going to keep on talking about them no matter what. Check this out. It's getting close. It's getting close to that time. The temperature's dropping. So I advise all you brothers out there, find you a nice big one to cuddle up to. That'll keep you warm on these cold nights. We'll see you next week on the RIP 28 podcast. Holla. Hey, what, you got a problem with? You got a problem with Big Girl? You don't like Big Girl?
So you add the music afterwards now? Or it's like, I ain't been on the show in a while, so I don't know how it goes.
That's why I had to stop the live stream.
Yes. Jawan.
I put it in. I put it in the post edit, man. I put it in the post edit.
Okay, all right.
Jawan, we gonna get you some darn podcast etiquette because you just don't know what to